This woman, drunk in the middle of the night, collapsed at the doorstep of a stranger's house. When she tried to change her clothes to sleep, she suddenly felt someone holding her, assuming a prowler had entered her home. In a panic, Nami immediately called the police. However, when the police arrived, she dropped to her knees and apologized to the man. It turned out that she had mistakenly entered the wrong house. This was the man's home. Nami had drunk too much, as she often did, and would end up walking into the wrong room and crashing at her neighbor's place. Jack, her neighbor, would kindly help her back upstairs every time this happened. This time, Nami mistakenly entered again and thought Jack was the intruder. She even called the cops on him, but because of Jack's kind nature, he didn't hold it against her. As Nami kept apologizing on her way home, she even offered to buy Jack a drink to make up for it. A whole month or so? No way. A month later, she returned with a gift for Jack to show her gratitude. She thought Jack wouldn't accept it, but to her surprise, he calmly took it. As Jack closed the door, Bobby, a chef, smelled something unusual coming from the house. Bobby was certain the house smelled like rotting flesh. Nami could smell it too, but she dismissed it, thinking it was no big deal. Back at the radio station, Jenny received a strange fax from a fan. The message was about a girlfriend turning into a ghost seeking revenge. Nami thought it was just a prank, but upon closer inspection, it turned out to be a letter from Jack. Connecting it with the strange smell of decay she noticed earlier at Jack's place, Nami thought it might be serious. At that moment, the boss walked in and immediately liked the idea for a story. He instructed Nami to go investigate. Nami and Jenny quickly arrived at Jack's house. Nami rang the doorbell, and Jack opened the door slightly, revealing a haggard face. After hearing about their work, he invited them inside. Inside, they were shocked to find that the walls were covered with talismans and even a cross meant to ward off evil spirits. Jack looked exhausted and told them that his girlfriend's ghost was about to appear. In the next moment, strange things began happening in the house. Thick, sticky blood began seeping through the walls and dripping down. Seeing this, Jack started screaming in panic. It turned out that Annie was Jack's first love. They had traveled together frequently, and before their last trip, they had used darts to decide their destination, a remote mountain where they had to hike for half a day to get there. But on the mountain, Jack had fainted. When he woke up, only he had been rescued, and Annie had disappeared without a trace. Jack believed Annie had died on the snow-covered mountain. After hearing the story, Nami decided to physically perform an exorcism. She climbed onto the roof to investigate. To her surprise, the roof space was filled with flies and blood. After a thorough search, she found that it was just a leaking water pipe with clear water spilling out. However, there were 6 plastic bags that looked like they might contain a woman's body. Connecting this with Jack's story, Nami started to suspect Jack had killed her. She called the police again, and Jack was arrested. But the next day, the body parts case didn't make it to the news. It turned out that the bags were filled with lamb meat. After an investigation, they discovered that the bags had actually fallen from Nami's house. She suddenly remembered that her family had sent 50 kilograms of lamb meat and fruit wine last year. Since there wasn't enough room in the fridge, she has stored it under the floorboards, then completely forgotten about it. Eventually, the floor broke, causing the food to fall into the roof space of Jack's house, or it had rotted and caused a foul smell. Nami hadn't repaired the broken floor in time, and when the water pipes burst in the bathroom, it all led to the strange blood-like event. That night, Nami apologized over and over again.